Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo, Tales of a New Dawn. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get free on itch.io. So, on the last Let's Play, we had breakfast. That's pretty much it. And now we're the new character, because they're introducing new characters this far into the thing. Give me a sec. Need to clear my throat. Roux. Oi, mate, you looking bloody naked. I'm a kangaroo. So, you weren't pulling me leg, eh? You sipped the whole night, stressing like you said? Sure did. Not that I needed any confirmation. With my fur so uncharacteristically unkept, in the dark circles beneath my eyes, and I had warned him the day before, I was like to do as such. Mate, you look like shit. Anyone would think you've been on the piss. Is that booze? You know, there ain't no sickies in showbiz, mate. Sickies? I've known Rue for a good while now. While I'd walked from a previous dysfunctional band, he followed close behind, despite having only joined as their drummer a few months before. And when I joined up with Glenn, we still needed a drummer. The rest, as they say, is history. The Rue and I never really clicked, until much later on. I know, won't need any. I'm going ahead with a plan. Crikey, your nuts are bigger than I thought. So, you're dead set, eh? Best be ready to go like the clappers, mate. If we stick around, it'll turn into a dog's brekkie in no time. Rue was still somewhat new to the country, and his distinctive language and personality were challenging for most locals to wrap their heads around. It wasn't every day you meet someone so far from the south, after all. But slowly, over time, I found him a dependable ally, a shoulder to lean on, and someone with an uncanny habit of being there exactly where I need him most. Where you say? Are you sure? You don't need to do this. And depending on how things go, this could be dangerous. Oi, she'll be right, mate. Go for now. If things turn to shit, I got your back, right? But what about... Oi, shut your face for a sec. You made up your mind, and I've made up mine. You know me, I'm a stubborn cunt. Reckon you can talk me out of it? An understatement, to be sure. I knew better than to waste time trying to change his mind. Not for a second. Too bloody right. Get it through your skull. We're a team, yeah? If you're off to make some bloody shambles, I'm coming to make it twice as big. Also, for some reason, I'm the sniper. Not that a mess was the intention, but more of an inevitability. When Glenn was involved, that's just how things were. It was tiring, that much was certain, but you tend to get used to it. You're an idiot for coming along, but I won't say having backup don't give me comfort, so thanks, Rue. Oh, no worries, mate. I'm a good sort like that, and besides, I don't want to miss the look on his ugly's mug when he clicks and fingers out what we're up to. Sorry that I can't read. It's been a long day. And I want to try and do at least one of these days, you know? Neither do I. I couldn't help but chuckle. Our plan was simple, as all the best plans are. There would be but one concert today, and we knew just how to make sure of it. Oi, mate. Though that reminds me, I thought I had the ticket all sorted out on the net, but they oversold, and some bloody Drogo nicked it first. But I just lobbed up. You reckon I get in? Doubt it. Vinny has a hard limit. And from the looks of things, that video caused a flurry of last-minute sales. You don't say. Well, ain't that a bitch. The Vinny ought to be Crocus, then. An inadvertent laugh escaped. Sometimes, his choice of words still caught me off guard. Crockers? Really? Unbelievable. Yeah, it'll be Crockers, alright. Well, she'll be right, mate. I'll figure something out. Just you wait. There was always a window, or something. So, when they're planning to get stuck in, do you reckon? Or when we're gonna get stuck in? Well, there's no time like the present. Rip off the band-aid and get this over with. What do you say? Shoot through early, you reckon? Righto, let's get cracking then. He always had my back when it mattered. Was always there when I needed them. Time and time again, Rue was right there with me. But this time was different. This time, the stakes were bigger than it had ever been before. And this time, it was personal. Are we gonna do another flashback? I must say, this is splendid look you've got going there, Logan. Though, is it necessary to wear sunglasses inside? But I wear my sunglasses at night. The two of us just arrived at the venue, where we first checked in with Lucas and Jay, who were warming up on stage while I was checking the volume levels on their instruments. This encounter would be a brief one. However, Lucas informed us of a visitor waiting for us backstage. We soon came face to face with none other than Logan, who patiently waited for our arrival on the green room sofa. Should I take them off? Oh, no, not if you want to, my dear. Glasses complete your look, though surely you find it too dark indoors? Can you see properly? I can see. I almost forgot I was wearing them. Logan removed the glasses and folded them safely into his pocket, before looking back towards the tie once more, with a cheerful grin. There. Sorry if it was, rude of me. Was that rude of me? Of course not, my dear. Not even the slightest. I'm actually glad you swung by. We were hoping to catch you before your big fight, and wish you luck. Indeed, I am certain it will be quite the spectacle. A terrible shame we'll be tied up here with the concert. Sorry, I can't see you play. I really wish I could. Nonsense. It's quite alright, my dear. We understand. Yep, and besides, I keep hearing how amazing it was to watch you fight. I wish I had an opportunity to watch one. Think you'll compete next year? Maybe we'll both come to cheer you on then instead. Next year? I'm not sure yet. But if I do, I'd love to come to watch, or you come to watch. Then you can count on us being there, my dear. Though, don't you want to sign up for the next time? You most likely be defending your title, you know? I don't like fighting much, and I usually tell people I do it for money. But you guys know what? You guys know that, that's not true. So, what's your motivation then? Toby and me, we used to watch a lot of wrestling stuff when we were young. All those martial arts movies. We joined the Mixed Martial Arts Club in our first year of high school. The tournament it wasn't around back then, but I know Toby would love it, and they would even broadcast the finals on nationwide TV. No matter where it is now, there's still a chance, a small one, that he might see the fight, and I plan to win. If I do, maybe he'll reach out? I see. Ty and I shared a knowing and pitiful gaze. Toby was closer to Logan than Logan knew, but the grudge Tobias maintained after all those years would likely dash Logan's plans before they could even begin. And that was assuming Tobias even saw the final, on TV or otherwise. He had given no indication that he planned to attend, nor that he was aware of Logan's participation. It wasn't unheard of for people to only attend the finals in these sorts of competitions, but if he was as big a fighting fan as Logan had suggested, I doubted that in Tobias' case. That was a weird sentence. Anyways, there was also the fact that he had been invited to a concert as well, which could interfere with that possibility. But given that both Diego and I were to be in attendance, and how our reunion on the previous night had ended, that too seemed rather unlikely. We were powerless to help Logan, as badly as both Ty and I wished to do so. Although, that aside, I had learned my lesson. from the night before. It wasn't our place to interfere. It was best if we stayed out of it. What you said makes perfect sense, but it does not really answer the question of why your participation in next year's tournament is in question. Oh, well, I haven't seen him in 4 years. We haven't been friends in 5. For all I know, he could be on the other side of the world these days. I'll never stop hoping, but I think it might be time to stop trying. I'm dumb for wasting so much time trying to get his attention like this as it is. If something were to happen, it would have already. The sooner I let it go, the sooner I can stop thinking about it. The sooner I'll stop hurting. So that's why. I understand. That cannot be an easy decision to make. I understand what it's like to love someone who is out of your reach. I know personally how awful it feels. Tai, of course, was referring to his relationship with Apollo, the mutual love that remains to this day. How Logan and Tai both felt was something I could only imagine, having not experienced it myself. It's a big part of why I lost my virginity too. I was scared, just like I said, but I always dreamed it would be Toby. Meeting Adrian was kind of a big deal, and maybe the first step in moving on too. Actually, I almost went through with it once before too. You did? Yeah, there's this app where you can pay someone to do that kind of stuff with you. Can I get that app? You mean Prowler, am I right? I think that'd be Grindr, but like, you don't pay on Grindr. I peered inquisitively at Tai, curious about the nature of this familiarity with this particular service. Oh? Can't say I've heard of it. It's a local thing, I think. Indeed, it displays a list of guys on duty and their prices, both of which vary from night to night, based on demand. You prepay via the app, and the person you request comes by when it's your turn. A strange thing for Tai to be so knowledgeable about. I made a mental note to find out more when we had a moment to ourselves. That's right. So, I've been trying to work up the courage for a while. I sat for hours on the submit request button a bunch of times, but I couldn't bring myself to press the button. So there's this thing with Prowler, where you can fill out a profile for yourself. You provide details and even provide a photo, if you want. You don't have to, but you can. I was always too nervous about it, but this guy in a local chat room told me there were several guys who worked there and who would only appear to you as an option if you had a photo and they liked you. So I did it, but I panicked and took it back down. But not before a new guy appeared on the list I'd never seen before. He was an old Rottweiler in his mid-40s, a little gray around the muzzle. Ah yes, that would be none other than Rusty. Eh? Tai seemed oddly familiar with the Prowler and its owner. I decided to inject, my curiosity too much to contain. Who's that? Oh, he's the owner of the business. He only takes jobs he personally is interested in. He purchased the failing escort business a year or two back, renaming it Prowler, and turning it into what it is today. Lucas and I first met him when he became roadie for the Black Claws. We were in our mid-20s, so very long ago. After that, we just couldn't avoid running into him here. There and everywhere. If it helps you visualize, you might think of him as a rival of sorts. Never quite a nemesis, but had a talent for becoming an inconvenience at the least opportune moments. Oh, and as a warning, I would avoid mentioning Rusty in Lucas's presence. Lucas has a more personal distaste for the old Rottweiler. The mere mention is often enough to have him spitting venom. Whoa, advice noted. Now then, where was I? After he fired Rusty's for poor attendance, he somehow wound up on the police force, eventually becoming Woodcrest's police chief. He served us with with more than a few fines for shows that exceed the maximum allowance volume. Thanks to Glenn, who could never resist turning up the volume, especially his own, reviews on our live show often reflected unfavorably on how loud the bass and vocals compared to everything else. Anyway, Rusty did that for a good while, and a decade or so, but as Woodcrest grew, his job began to involve doing actual work, so he retired the moment he was eligible for the law enforcement state pension. I suppose retirement must be rather dull, so that was rather short-lived. His comeback was as an entrepreneur, purchasing several businesses, hoping to have them print money for him, while he sat back doing very little. He ran 2 of those businesses straight to the ground before his current venture came about. Against all odds, it was doing so well that I hear Prowler is becoming available in locations outside of Woodcrest. He brought the company into the digital age, with all of their services hinging on the app, and the bulk of their staff having the freedom to choose their own hours and clientele. The app is so amazing. It's so smooth and has so many cool features. Whoever made it must be some kind of genius. He only has 4 fingers. So you're kind of your own boss then? Kind of. I answered to Rusty, but he rivals Lucas when it comes to the big shit, like computers. He trusts me to make the decisions and do what needs to do. He's happy, so long as I keep him appeased. Rusty? Now, where have I heard that name before? Huh. We should ask Lucas. He'll tell you all kinds of stories. He doesn't like old Rusty that much. Ty at least tries to be diplomatic, but I can tell he feels the same way. Thank God that was a short one. I couldn't believe I hadn't realized sooner. Rusty was Tobias' boss, and the genius that designed their app, and likely their whole business model, was none other than Tobias. Adrian? Making eye contact with Ty, he leered back at me before subtly shaking his head. He obviously figured out what my stunned expression had meant, and has warned me to keep my mouth shut. It made perfect sense. Giving away Tobias' place of work would lead Logan straight to him, something that would not go down well with him at all, and likely only serve to make the situation much worse. It also made perfect sense why Tobias had been somewhat cagey with the specificities of his employment. Working for an escort agency is hardly something to be proud of. Hey! Though from what I heard, Tobias had every reason to be proud if he was indeed the mastermind behind the business's success. And it was not like he provided those sorts of services himself, right? I decided I'd ponder those details another time, nodding to Ty's direction as confirmation of my understanding before I turned my focus back to Logan, who could continue his story. I didn't know he was the owner. Wow. He really only meets with people he likes? That's right. And as the owner, he's under no obligation to do any of the escort work himself. But old Rusty, he simply cannot help himself. We've known him for a long time now, but as the saying goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right? Precisely right, my love. Wow, I took his fancy. Indeed he did. Wow. Anyway, I thought he was hot. So I finally did it. I requested him. What happened then? When he got there? Same thing. I was too nervous. But he was nice like you were. He just spent the time with me. I found it easier to talk to him because I guess he was there for work. And I paid him already. I guess that somehow made me feel less nervous around him. Or something. I told him about Toby. And that was the sick... I was sick of waiting to lose my virginity. He told me I should wait and do with someone I trust. Someone who cares about my best interests at heart. A little while after he left, I I saw they refunded the whole amount I paid. That's when I realized I trust him, and he had my best interests at heart. He stayed on my app after that. I kept waiting to request him again, to follow through, but I felt ashamed of telling him that I felt the same way about him, so I never did. And in the end, I met Adrian. He was really kind to me too, and he was prepared to leave without having done anything if it was the right thing to do. When you went to leave, it just felt like it did with Rusty. I remembered my regret. I spoke up and it finally happened. And I don't regret it one bit. Thanks, Adrian. Aw, it was my pleasure, Logan. Literally, it really was. And I'm glad to hear you still stand by that decision. I do. Anyway, my point was, that was my first step towards just leaving Toby in the past. And I've decided that if I fight again next year, it will be for me and not for him. I'm sick of being stuck in the past. Sick of missing out so much because I waited for him. You guys helped me see that. What we did the other night never would have happened if I wasn't trying to move on. I take you have no regrets there either? Nope. It was so much fun, but I think I prefer when it's just two people. It's just more intimate that way. I don't know. It's really fun no matter what, though. I understand how you feel. And it sure is, my dear. It sure is. Damn right. I'm sure won't be forgetting any of that anytime soon. I'm really glad we gave it a go. As am I, my love. Me too. Either way, it seems to me you have thought long and hard about your motivations and how they influence your past decisions. Fighting because it's what you want to do is the right call, and certainly one we shall respect. If we do not have the chance to see you fight, we'll be happy that you made that decision for the right reasons. Adrian mentioned, weren't you originally going to take part this year? Why did you pull out? Indeed, and I withdrew because my ex-partner, he was the organizer of the tournament. He enjoyed watching my fights the previous year, which is why I originally signed up this year. He and we separated a little over a month ago now. I remained enrolled right up until the last minute, uncertain whether I wanted to participate or not. In the end, I met Adrian and decided to have a better way to spend that time with him. Really? You quit for me? You never said. Didn't I? I could have sworn. Perhaps you're right. I apologize. Nonetheless, I'm glad to have been able to spend less time training and more time with you, my love. Aw, so am I. You guys are so cute. Ty is, maybe, but definitely not me. You both are. It's okay if I ask you both something? Shoot, my dear. For my next book, I want to write a love story. I write erotic stuff from time to time, but I never get to focus on the character or the relationship. You guys, you really inspire me to try. So, would it be okay if I base the characters and their relationship on the two of you? I would change the names and all the details, of course, but I want to capture what you guys have, just on paper. Oh my, what a request. Well, Adrian, how do you feel about that? Are you kidding? I still can't believe you're Louis Townsend. It would be such an honor. Tremendous. Then I, too, would be honored, my dear. Yay. Thank you. Would it be okay if we met up from time to time so I can ask you guys some questions and stuff? Of course. We're in the bar together these days, so chances are we'll both be there, and you can just drop in. Indeed, and there'll be free food and beverages on offer to ensure you remain properly hydrated and focused on your research on the house. Wow, free food. Thanks, you guys. Huh. You gotta meet Diego one of these days. I have a feeling you two have a few things in common. Oh, whenever you're feeling up to meeting someone new, of course. Alright then. It's getting kinda late, and I wanted to warm up and get some practice in before the fight. So, I think I might be heading off now. Of course, my dear. Of course. There's no need to explain. We understand. Thank you for swinging by. It has been lovely seeing you. Sure has. Best of luck in your fight. Give that stupid lizard a good smack. Or 10. Indeed. I dare say his ego could use it. Yep. He's gonna get it. Thanks, you guys. Bye. Good luck, my dear. Until next time. See ya. With that, Logan made his exit, disappearing from the green room door, and heading to the main entrance of the venue. As soon as he was out of earshot, Ty turned towards me and made a statement he had clearly been dying to make ever since our arrival. There was something rather odd about Logan's choice of attire. I've had the strangest sense of deja vu. Did you feel it too? What? No, I didn't. What do you mean deja vu? Worry not, my love. I fear simply stress taking its toll. Are you okay, Ty? Oh, yes. Of course I am, my love. I apologize if I have worried you. I am a touch frazzled, but that is all. Oh, is it time for the sound check already? Come, matron. Let's reconvene with the others out front. Sounds good to me. Lead on. You sexy cat, you. Oh my, perhaps I should reconsider, lest this be a ploy to gaze longingly upon my precious glutes from behind. I feel like disrespect from behind. Gaze? What? As if I would settle for just that. I would certainly hope not, my love. Our playful banter continued back and forth as we made our departure from the green room en route to the venue's main stage. We traveled, shamelessly flirting with each other every step until our path intersected with that of Dom, who emerged from beneath the stage, coated in dust, meeting our approach with an uncharacteristic scowl. This caught us both completely off guard, our banter silenced in an instant as he gazed back at Dom, unable to comprehend what he just might have done to deserve such an unfriendly greeting. Not a word was spoken. Dom merely continued to leer at us from where he stood as we reached the end of the hallway and made our escape from that short-lived yet distinctly uncomfortable encounter. I think with that we're going to call it, because you never know how long these scenes are. Though since it's Sileo, usually a bit longer than other stuff. There, yeah. End of this Let's Play. So comment, cause I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos to help it grow. And please remember to spay and neuter your animals to help control the pet population of Woo. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. That's it. And until next time, another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Sileo Tales of a New Dawn. So thanks and see ya.